Good evening, Mike the MC, bringing you the self-care video. Today I'm going to share with you question 10 from Drew Keese's book on what if I'm the narcissist? What if I'm the one that's causing the problems with people that I don't recognize and someone calls you out? Especially if they say, oh, you creep, you weirdo, why did you say that to me or to him or her? That was weird of you to say, that was so evil, I don't like you anymore. Now get out of my life, you loser. It's like, oh my gosh, such harsh words already to start off this video. But it's like, how do you bounce back when someone calls you out in those kind of moments, those criticisms? And how do you get your mind back on track, on the right mindset? And I think that is the bigger point I want to share with the theme of this video, especially when someone's calling us out from being a critic. Or what if our parents were a narcissist? Right, how do you feel if you were the child of a narcissist coming from that perspective? So this will be a great topic to discuss further. So let's get this started. So here's question 10 from Drew Keese's book, Are Narcissists Exposed? How can I tell if I'm a narcissist? And so she goes on to say, this is probably because narcissists don't admit to having such issues, and there's this glowing evaluation where if you're kind of giving yourself a reflection of like, okay, if I'm starting to look back at my actions, how do I view myself? Now, some of us will just say we don't want to admit to that question that, oh, okay, am I a narcissist? Some of us may say, oh, I'm not, I'm okay, I don't do those kind of things. What's wrong with you? You know, why are you calling me out on that? But then you consider, what if I do say these things to people that no one was saying before, and now they're calling me out on that? Am I being authentic with people? Am I really right here in the moment with you? Am I really just saying, okay, let's just get this topic over with and get out of my life because I got other things to do? There's one thing being focused, but I would argue there's another thing of just discouraging other people because, oh, they're now annoying in your life. And that's where Drew Keese makes this other point, and you just think people are just stupid. There's something wrong with them. See, when you're just downright clarifying, that's just a stupid person. I want them out of my life. Now, you could say on the defense, maybe I just don't want that person in my life anymore from the bad things they've done. Okay, that's fair. But if you're just calling anybody out just to say, oh, that person, I don't like how they dress, what they wear, I think that outfit is stupid, what they're saying is not so smart. It's like, oh, get out of my life because you're really slowing me down. And I say, okay, back to the focus perspective. What's the difference between focus and just being a rude person? I'd argue focus, really, you want to stay clear of distractions so that way people are doing what they're doing, but you're focusing on what you got to do. Now, if you're just being rude, I'd just like, oh, get out of my life. I don't like how what you did at the restaurant, at the service. You don't give them their tip. You don't focus on being a good gentleman. You don't treat your date right, etc. You just act so rude in general. And I would argue that's one of the key differences as spotting out if you are a narcissist or not. And Drew Keese just also mentions, don't panic if you have parents as narcissists as well. If you come from that lineage, just find a good therapist, someone to talk with, and you'll be okay. And I think that's a thing, another part of this question I want to share with you. If you think you got the narcissistic tendencies, okay, just reflect, be calm, and just think, okay, what can I do to reduce that tension that I have with people? And maybe people are calling us out for things we were doing, and what is it that we need to address, that we really have to solve in this problem that we have, that we see right now? And so if I'm anxious, okay, why am I anxious? Am I just feeling late all the time? Am I feeling like I gotta just accomplish this goal? And then all of a sudden throw this goal in the mist, and now I'm all complicating my life, my day, and now I just can't do anything anymore. I'm useless to everybody. See, that's where people can misjudge you and say, oh, that person's a narcissist because you're always doing this. You're always going out there doing this. Why don't you go and take care of this other problem first? And so I'd say, look at your situations carefully. Look at what you were doing. Clarify your responsibility at that time. And I'd argue if your responsibility to yourself is more of the selfish motive, where, okay, dive in between the focus and the narcissist, I still would argue that a focused person will really consider, if I get this done, everything will be okay for other people. What I'm doing will also help myself and my family, who I'm supporting. I'll get that done. Where I feel the narcissist would argue that they're on another trajectory, and if they get it done, they get it done. If not. They're really just saying to the world, I'm going to just do what I want to do, and now everyone get out of my life. See, it's interesting. What's the difference between a narcissist and someone who's in solitude? Because I figure someone who's in solitude, peaceful, would probably want to talk with people, sharing some advice that people seek them out, right? Not to be a recluse, where I feel the narcissist could be the recluse and not want to interact with people, hide, criticize others behind other people's backs, post negative remarks on media, say just negative things about people through the means that they got. And so when you look at the actions, look at those, if you were doing those yourself and you're like, oh no, maybe I should reduce some of those tendencies. And not just to say you're a narcissist, but just to say, okay, how can I be better mannered? How can I be a better person in this moment today? What can I do that's generous, so that way I'm not causing anxiety on another person? And I think that's the clear definition between the narcissist and someone who's in solitude. If you're promoting anxiety in other people just so that you could get ahead, take out somebody just because, hey, you don't look too great in that dress. Hey, you look too overweight. Hey, I don't like that hat you're wearing. Hey, Mike the MC, your videos are too long. Oh, yada yada. See, finding all these negative criticisms rather than focusing on yourself and building yourself to something you can be. That's part of that clear distinction, where I think the narcissist would want to break something down, destroy, where the builder wants to build things up rather than destroying other people, just focusing on what they're doing right now in that moment, working on a goal, what they're going to focus on with their career, their life, helping their family, and then push forward. Not trying to destroy other people, but really building themselves up. And I think that's the clear distinction between the narcissist and ourself. And so I would argue, don't give up if you think I've done some bad things in the past. We've all done bad things. I mean, I've said things about people. I've been stupid before. I've done other things, and it's like, what can I do to redeem myself? And if that person doesn't want forgiveness from you, and it's like, I'm sorry. It's like, I've tried to ask for forgiveness. I'm sorry. If they don't do that, that's okay. Just move forward. Allow the bygones be bygones, as they say. Just move forward and hope that that other person finds peace, because you did already what you did, and it's like, oh man, what can I do for the next opportunity with somebody in the situation? So that's where you learn, and you don't do that same mistake again. And that's how you overcome the past. And that's how it's a strong motivation to know, okay, I'm not narcissistic. I can overcome my past mistakes. I can be a good person. I can do good things. I don't have to worry about what other people are saying. Maybe that person over there that criticized me, maybe they were the narcissist, and I'm not the one, right? Right. You have to be brave, you have to be courageous and accept criticism, but have a little pride in the sense, okay, I'm not a bad person. I can do good things. I'm awesome. I can do great and help other people. And that is where I feel a good, healthy person is happy to be courageous and is confident in themselves. They're not being selfish. They are happy, and they are not trying to destroy other people. And I think that is the difference between knowing if you are a narcissist or not. Do you want to destroy or do you want to build? And I think if you know which one you are, and if you need help, go and seek a therapist. Go and find somebody in your community that can help you overcome your tendencies and overcome those negative patterns in your life, so that way you can become a better, wholesome person. So that is for me, Mike the MC, for the Friday evening video. I hope this video finds you well. I'm now on track with my videos. I hope you're all doing great. And always remember, you can be a good person and build other people up. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good one.